Oh, hey! Welcome to and welcome back to my channel. It is time to make another video.
This a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not knocking. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang.
So today we are going to get into my top 12 go-to foods for weight loss. But a couple of things before I actually get into this list. I want to kind of give you a background of where I started and where I am now as far as weight loss is concerned. So if you are not familiar with me, in 2018, about the end of 2018 is when I decided to actually start taking my weight loss, I guess you would say, serious. So I got serious about weight loss. 2018, my start weight was roughly 230 pounds. In April 2019 is when I actually started counting calories, monitoring my calories, monitoring the food that I was taking in. You know, I started food journaling, everything of that nature. Fast forward to the day, I am roughly 138 pounds. So I've lost over 90 pounds at this point. Not quite at 100 pounds yet, but I've lost roughly about 90 pounds, a little over 90 pounds at this point. Okay, so when I say my top 12 foods for weight loss, I literally mean my. So I want to put emphasis on my, like for real, for real. So I don't intend on this list to be like the healthiest list on earth, or you know, you need to eat these foods, these are diet foods, this is gonna magically, you know, erase your fat or anything of that nature. That's not what I'm doing. That's not the intentions of this list. I'm just sharing my experience, what works for me, and why it works for me. So I had to really identify my problems with diet and just why I couldn't stick with certain programs and certain plans, and that's exactly what I did. So really this list is customized for me, stuff that works for me. So if you have any issues with your diet that was similar to mine, personally I had problems with cravings and I had problems with portion control. I eat large volumes of food, so that was my biggest thing. So if you have similar issues, then, you know, if one thing on this list helps you out, that's great. But I don't intend on this list to be like healthy and everything on the list is going to be perfect, because it's not. You know, some of this might not be within your diet plan, and that's okay. And so like I'm saying that because I don't want to get too many comments saying, oh, this food is unhealthy, you're not supposed to eat this has carbs, this has fat, this has sugar. Like, I'm trying to eliminate that because I just don't want to hear it at this point. I love everyone's opinion, that's great, but I don't want to hear that at this particular point, so spare me, please. But, you know, I know some of the things on this list not everyone will agree with, and that's okay. We can all disagree. That is okay. So without further ado, let's get into this list. Number 12, potatoes. Potatoes are a low-calorie dense whole plant food. Potatoes are a vegetable, so with that, you're going to get your nutrients from them. You're going to get a whole lot of health benefits from eating potatoes. Now, spoiler alert, when I talk about low calorie density foods, when I talk about calorie density, I'm talking about calories per pound of food. So with a lot of foods on this list, they're going to be your low calorie density type foods. So pretty much you can eat a large quantity of, you can eat a good portion of for fewer calories, if that makes sense. So just stick with me and let's get through this list. Number 11, chia seeds. Chia seeds are very high in fiber, and you can add them to almost any meal. Chia seeds reduces your appetite and it keeps you full for a good amount of time. Number 10, soups. I'm specifically talking about like the broth-based soups or broths. Easily fills you up, low in calories, very versatile, so you can add them with like a salad or really any entree, but soups are so good. Soups are life-changing. Oh my God. Number 9, old-fashioned oats, oatmeal, overnight oats, whatever you want to call them. Again, they are very filling, rich in antioxidants. It's one of the healthiest grains that you can get. So, of course, it's very nutritious, and it contains a good amount of fiber as well. The thing about fiber that I actually love is that it stays in your system for a good amount of time. It takes about 4 hours for fiber to digest. So it being in your system is going to keep you full for a good amount of time, like protein as well. So like I mentioned earlier, one of my problems was, portion control. I'm always hungry. I want to be full. If I eat a meal, I want to be able to fill my meal. So that's why I am a fan of fiber. So you'll kind of notice a trend as I continue to go on with the list. Number 8, beans. I love beans. Beans are both high in protein and fiber. So of course, keeping you full for a good amount of time. So you're not always thinking about food. You're not thinking about your next meal. Helps you control your appetite a little bit. Number 7, eggs. I like eggs, but eggs sometimes get a bad rep. You have some studies that say it can cause heart disease. You have other studies saying that it can prevent you from having a stroke. You talk about the levels of cholesterol, that sort of thing. But although there's this conflicting studies on eggs, overall, they're a great source of protein, fat, and are rich sources of vitamin D, B6, B12, minerals such as zinc, iron, copper. So eggs are a good source. Number 6. Now this is the one, like I don't want any dietitians coming on here. And of course, my disclaimer, not a nutritionist, not a dietitian, I'm not a trainer or anything of that nature. So number 6, sparkling water, diet soda, or any kind of sugar-free drink. Now, I know that it's not healthy for you. I know your goal should not be to drink a sugar-free drink, but this is really for the people who are coming off of having like sodas and sugary drinks every single day. Like, you're not going to start at 100 and then end up at 0. You got to make small goals. So if you know you're the type of person who drinks a beverage other than water every day, this would be a good way for you to start cutting back some of those calories. Number 5, sugar-free maple syrup. I know that sounds kind of random, but once you start really educating yourself and paying attention to the labels, you will see how many calories are actually in a lot of these condiments that we're eating. So you go from regular maple syrup is about, I want to say, over 200 calories per serving to the sugar-free stuff, which is about 10 calories per serving. And of course, if we're eating these breakfast foods, we're not just eating one serving of whatever it is. So that really adds up, and it makes a difference. And when I tried sugar-free maple syrup, it tastes just as good as the normal stuff. So even if I'm on a cheat day, or I want to go to IHOP and eat some pancakes, I'm still going to get the sugar-free syrup option. And that's just what it is. All right, number 4, kind of going with the sugar-free theme again, I'm going to say sugar-free pudding and or jello. This is good. This is a good substitute for, like, if you just have that sweet tooth, you want something sweet, but you don't necessarily want to go for that high-calorie dessert. This is a good way to kind of calm your cravings without really breaking the calorie bank. So you can have some pudding, some jello, and you'll be set. You'll be set. You'll be good to go. And it's just better than having a whole chunk of cake. Again, calories adds up. It makes a huge difference. So just being mindful of that sort of thing, making real small but subtle changes to your diet, especially when it comes like your calorie intake, paying attention to certain things, it will make the world of a difference. Trust me. Number 3, popcorn. Popcorn is another food. It's a good substitution for some of your higher calorie chips or whatever snacks that you're used to having. maybe just try some popcorn. You can be unapologetic about eating it. You know, just be careful with what you're adding to it. You don't want to add like a whole ton of butter, because of course every time you add something to it, you're adding calories as well. All right, number 2. This is actually one of my favorite ones. Number 2, fruit. And when I say fruit, I'm specifically talking about berries and melons, okay? Fruit is another food that really gets a bad rep, especially in the diet industry. You know, a lot of these diets, you know, tells you to cut out fruit. Why? Because it's associated with sugar. You know, of course it's natural sugar, but it has the sugar, the fructose, and everything of that nature. So a lot of people say, you know, stay away from fruit. But on the other hand, obviously fruit is very nutritious. Berries are loaded with antioxidants and fiber. I like fiber. Melons like watermelon, cantaloupes, that have plenty of vitamin C and has lots of water in it. So if you're not a big water drinker, you can eat some of this fruit and actually get some of your water in, you know, stay hydrated. Why not? So I like fruit. I love it. And you can actually use fruit as another dessert. So if you're this person, you like sweets, you like sugar, but you don't want to say, you know what, I can't go 100% without sugar. Be mindful, be reasonable, have some fruit, enjoy some fruit. Okay. Number 1, if you know anything about me, you know what number 1 is about to be. Vegetables. Oh my God, vegetables are key to weight loss, guys. I cannot put emphasis on that enough. You have a lot of people who hate vegetables. They say, you know what, I can't eat a vegetable. Trust me, you will learn to love a vegetable once you find out all the great things that they can do. And they are super low in calories, so you literally can eat a good amount of these. You can fill your food, fill your meal, enjoy your meal without it being so high in calories, okay? I like green vegetables because I feel like they have the most health benefits. So things like kale, spinach, zucchini, collard greens, broccoli, asparagus, green beans, okra, and that's just a list of few. So I'm not gonna talk your heads off too much, but yeah, vegetables are key. Trust me, just add a vegetable to your side. If you decide to have whatever entree you're having, instead of these high calorie sides that you're getting with it, try to get vegetables with it instead. So you're not really changing your diet like completely. You're not eliminating complete food groups. You're just adding certain things, replacing certain things, substituting certain things. It works, okay? Now, here is my bonus, because I just can't leave you like this. Water. That is the bonus. I like water. Again, you got to stay hydrated. That's obvious. But for me, it helps suppress my appetite. So I try to drink at least 2 cups of water before I eat anything. Suppresses your appetite, helps you control the foods that you're eating a little bit more. Again, if you know anything about me, that was my huge problem. That was probably the reason I was obese, because I was eating large quantities of the wrong food. Now, I still eat large quantities, but just of different foods. I switched it up some. So hopefully this video helps. Let me know in the comments. If it doesn't help, that's fine. But if you agree with me, you want to talk to me, you want to chat with me, do so. If you made it through the whole video, I want you to comment, I made it, because I want to see you. I want to see everyone. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck on your journey. Thank you for watching, and until I see you again.
I think you only love me 'cause I'm popping. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tasting with the